In this video, I'm going to walk you through Google's brand new AI studio, and we're going to use Gemini Pro to build a complete YouTube thumbnail creator tool completely from scratch. This tool can do face swaps, clone other thumbnails, and eventually we're going to take a look at how to deploy the entire application to GitHub to share it completely live with anyone and everyone. So this is going to be the future for rapid development, and if you're interested to explore all the features and all the tools that Google AI Studio offers, then this video is for you. So with that being said,
hey, I'm Johnny Null. I spent years building businesses the old hard way, managing teams, scaling operations, and doing everything manually. Today, everything I built, from automations and no-code infrastructures to fully AI SaaS products, has AI helping in one way or another. Firstly, let me quickly show you this. In South Africa, we call this a braai. I build with AI tools that, in my opinion, anyone can learn to use. My mission is simple: to help creators, entrepreneurs, and business owners get clarity with AI. Let's build smarter together and enjoy this video.
Once you go to aistudio.google.com/apps, this is where you'll land. Now, there's a few things that we can create here. A nano banana powered app, create a conversational voice app, animate images with VO3. There's quite a bit of ideas that they provide. Now, what I'm looking to create is perhaps something that we can use nano banana for, which is a great image generation model. And I'm thinking perhaps creating something like a thumbnail creator for YouTube. So we currently use Pixels. Pixels is awesome, but I'm thinking, let's see if we can create something very similar. So first things first, always go to ChatGPT and then we type out the prompt. We can say here that we are looking to create a thumbnail creator for YouTube videos where it can duplicate thumbnails, can face swap, can add and remove objects, or just create thumbnails based on the prompt you give. Then I'm going to say, we will be using a Google AI Studio to create this app. So do me a favor and write me a prompt of your understanding of what Pixels does and what we can utilize from that to build our own. Let's see what ChatGPT comes up with here. Just want to understand exactly. It understands exactly what we want. Okay. That all seems good. Usually what I'll do is I'll utilize this application designer specifications prompt. So I'll start there. By the way, guys, I added this in the description below for you guys to access at no additional cost. So I'll add that in. I'll just say, please fill in this prompt template with all the required information to help Google AI Studio. So now what ChatGPT will do is it will take this entire prompt, it will take the context of the app, and it will structure it for us in a way where the LLM would be able to understand much more clearly on exactly what to create. So once it's done here, I will then take it over into Google AI Studio. By the way, guys, you will need to set up your API before starting with all of this, and perhaps connect it. Should would prompt you as well to connect it if you haven't yet. So it's got all the different components here. Yeah, this looks very good. Here you will see exactly the prompt. It is quite comprehensive, as you can see, and that helps a lot to save a lot of the API calls, but also the costs if you're using different platforms to build this on, like perhaps Replit, Lovable, Bolt, etc., because you have the entire infrastructure set up here to assist and help. So let's see what Google AI Studio will come up with. So as you can see, very similar to the other building platforms like Replit, Lovable, Bolt, etc. Currently now building the code base, and I can also have a look at that and see exactly where it's coding, what it's coding, and what that all looks like.
Picture what happens when an idea becomes a working app in just a few days. Inside our school community, that's exactly what we teach. How to design, build, and launch AI-powered apps without touching a single line of code. The 5-day AI Builders Challenge walks you from the concept to live prototype with the frameworks, the prompts, and blueprints we use in our own launches. And there's a lot of additional AI value inside of the community as well. You're invited to step inside through the link below and see how simple building with AI can become.
You can also connect your GitHub so that you can have everything stored there and then also deploy the app directly from here. Okay, so this is what we currently have. Now, I do see that there's quite a bit of context that's needed, but let's say here, for example, create a YouTube thumbnail about a person sitting on the beach drinking a cool drink and the water is like fire. Let's just see if something will happen. So it does say that we have one bug. Now we can say auto fix. I just want to see from this one run of 55 seconds, well, run 83 seconds in total with the thinking. This is what we have. And this is a very, very good start. So let's see if we can fix that bug. So while Google Studio is thinking, let's go over to Pixels. I want to create a similar thumbnail, and I just want to see what the differences could be with the exact same prompt we use here on Google AI Studio. Okay, so after the bug was fixed, it removed everything. So let's say generate again. What I do like about it, though, it is very quick with the way that it creates, and it's working fairly quickly as well. Usually with the no-code building platforms, you'll have a bit of a situation where it takes very long to get the app to fully work. Now, again, from a scalability point of view, it didn't fully take into consideration the logins, the profiles, user management, all of that into consideration, which is something we prompted it to do. However, though, it is very good to get a prototype out and see how that works. And I like the fact that we can do a few things. So let's say enable style duplication. Let's implement this. Let's say I want to add a feature where I can edit an existing thumbnail that's created to either add information or remove information. So let's see what's going to happen there. And this is what we have on Pixels. I mean, this is really good. And what I like here as well is that I can say edit, I can face swap it, and I can choose my face, and then it will literally take that and recreate it. And another cool feature here is styles. So let's say you like Mr. Beast's thumbnail styles. You can upload a lot in there and train the model to specifically create that style with all the future thumbnails to create, which I think is fantastic. So let's see what this looks like and if it will be able to start building in different features, etc. Okay, this is what Pixels did when say created the face. I will just say recreate that again. And let's see what's going to happen. It just seems like my face is not fully pulled into it. It needs to be looking here. So you can see that it's still thinking, full assessing. So what I think would be important to test here is to see if it has a form of web functionality. So save up. So if I were to say, this is the app Pixels that I want us to utilize the benefits from, can we do that? Okay, so here we start. Looks a bit better, and I'll still say edit. Let's change it just to the other one. I usually have to in here just to see how that works. Okay, so it seems like it finished that. Of course, I can definitely add a feature to either the thumbnails you generated. It's a great way to refine. Okay, with the editing workflow where you can quickly okay, but now you see another thing here is also perhaps every single question you'll ask will turn into a prompt for the app. So looking at Replit here, you'll see we created this app internally for us to utilize if we have videos or any form of media that needs to be changed or compressed, we can do that with it. I want to show you guys here what I'm referring to. So yeah, you can plan, basically ask questions to the agent, communicate with the agent to get the answers on the app. Then you can edit specific components on the app itself instead of letting the change that continuously. And then you have to run them. And another thing here that I like a lot is the agentic infrastructure where you can essentially say it should test the apps for you. You don't want to go and test it the entire time. For example, if we gave it an instruction to add the image, let's just create another one of these. But in order to edit them, where do I go? What do I do? Like these are questions I would want to get answered quite quickly. And in order for me as a non-technical founder to be able to get feedback quickly, we want that to be handled on our behalf. And you can also set, do you want a higher power model. They think they use Claude Opus. But you also have web research, you also have image generation with it. So as you're building, you can utilize all of that. Where with Google Studio again, look, I like this. Nice. Now we can say, let's remove the writing on the top right corner. One thing that I think is really awesome is the fact that it created it so quickly. I mean, this is for just to use internally. I mean, not from a scalability point of view, but internally, if you need something done quickly, this is the way to go. I mean, I'm just not thinking of this video compressor. That's something I could have built on here that would have helped. Yeah, look how nice and quickly that was. So I think this is very good. So let's say, yeah, something that I see Pixels has a lot, look how nice it face swapped, is it's got all of these different types of components. I'll say, here's another platform, and they give you specific tools to use to edit and where to edit on the image instead of just explaining it. So you can actually select where on the image to use this, and then based off that, edit whatever needs to be edited. Let's build that into the edit functionality. I think another good thing to do is actually to do that. To actually show that you can select. Ensure that the user has two different paths to go about editing these apps. It could either be just through the prompt, or it can actually use a tool and drag it over the image to show exactly where that needs to be changed or fixed. I also want to add in a face swap feature for when someone adds their face, that we can do a complete face swap of the person itself and upload an image to then utilize to face swap the generated image with. Those are two massive features that we want to have built. So let's see what that looks like. But this is really good. I think this is awesome. Let's also say, add a server in the background. Let's use something like Pixels. Let's remove the selection. I'll just say, let's add a server in the background. Yeah, there you go. There's the server in the background serving waves that's on fire. So it's basically saying, enhance the editor to give you more precise control and add the powerful face swapping feature you request. Okay, this is a significant upgrade. They introduced just two distinct editing workflows: prompt-based editing, mask-based editing, and face swap. Fantastic. So let's see what this would look like with the server in the background. Because I'm really impressed by Google AI Studio to be able to build something like this so easily, so quickly, and that works. There's hardly bugs here. I mean, if that's something you would utilize with perhaps any other building platform, I wouldn't add Replit to the list. The reason being is because the agent resolved the problems on your behalf, so it's helpful. But perhaps lovable builds, I mean, that's something you definitely are going to experience, is trying to resolve the bugs and uses more credits, where this is essentially building and resolving its own errors as well. And what's nice is it's got Google Firebase, it's got Google Studio, it's got everything involved, so that you don't necessarily have to worry about doing everything, connecting everything, and getting that all sorted. This whole part of the Google infrastructure. Okay, let's go over again and see. Let's use the same prompt we used, yeah. Okay, this is okay, but what I do want us to do, like I want the water to still be, ensure the water is on fire with the server on it. Because it will continue to create its own variations and thoughts around it, and I think it's good. But what I do also want is to be able to have the opportunity to describe what you want, and then it keeps that exact creation throughout the edits, so that you don't start to get different variations. This background with this background, it changes. Now the fire is basically not the main emphasis. Let's say edit quickly. Let's see if it actually removes this. Yeah, it sure did. Now for the face swap feature. Okay, so I've selected the image here. So let's see what will happen. I mean, there's no real that person is not looking at the camera. So if it would change the image of myself without hair looking at the ocean, that would be crazy. Okay. Well, this is all right, but then it just seems like the face is fading the more we edit the rest, which is not ideal. Yeah, so the face swap didn't entirely work. Let's create another one. Let's create a beach that's on fire with a person standing, in the middle of the beach looking at the camera. Okay, so this is what we currently have. Let me say with a human standing in the middle of the beach looking at the camera, portrait, close up. So this is what we have. Okay, the face is better. That's all good. It doesn't look too bad. And I mean, we could do quite a bit here. We can get it to do almost exactly what we need. So this is what we currently have. Okay, let's do a face swap. Let's use that. Apply face swap. And we also just take a screenshot of this. It's applying. We can add it here if it's not doing exactly what we want. And we can just prompt it as well. Gosh. Yeah, that does not look. So let's do this. Drop it in there and say, the mask editing feature works well, but when we do the face swap, you'll see the photo that was created with a photo of my face uploaded, and then also the result of that face swap. That does not look like a face swap. Okay, you'll see there's two screenshots attached. The one screenshot is the photo of my face uploaded, and also the image that needs to be face swapped. After clicking the face swap, this is what I received. I've also attached that image for you. Please fix this as it's not doing the face swap as intended. Okay, let's go. Let's see what it comes up with. Okay, so this is the response we've been getting, which I think is really good. You've run into a fascinating aspect of working with a powerful AI model. It looks like the model interpreted the face swap request a bit creatively instead of directly swapping the face features. This happens because the initial prompt wasn't specific enough, giving AI room for artistic interpretation. To fix this, I've updated the instructions I'm sending to the Gemini model to be more direct and explicit. The new prompt, okay, that's fantastic. So let's say, again, let's just take the initial prompt. Create a YouTube thumbnail about a person standing on the beach looking directly at the camera. Sure, it's portrait / mouse. This might help. Let's see. Okay, this is what we get. So let's play around with this. Let's say first edit, ensure this is a male, not a female. See, I should have prompted it better. I just said a person. So let's see after this is applied what that looks like. Okay, so this is now what we have. So let's face swap it. Choose the file, apply the face swap. So there's a few things here that's important that I've seen with other apps that they struggle with is the fact to remove hair where there's hair, and also the glasses. A lot of times the animals can't really get the glasses fully there. Still not. Let's say face swap, choose a file again. Then we do this and say, and this is where the nuances become very important because, you wouldn't want to just use the sake of using an app. AI image generation models can create thumbnails. We don't necessarily need pixels to do that. But what pixels help with is the styles. You can say that it's already there. You don't necessarily need to go and screenshot and upload. And then also the personas, the people that you've added. So if you wanted to change the face, you can just choose the persona. It will actually change the face. Very good. It looks very, very realistic. So I'm not sure exactly how you are in the face, but it's clearly not working. Perhaps give the user the opportunity to upload at least 15 images of themselves to create a persona that they can then save and choose from. And that persona with all the photos of their face, you should use in the app infrastructure to learn the face so that when the user selects that persona and asks to face swap to that specific persona, you've already trained your model to understand all aspects of that person's facial features. Okay, it looks like it's now updated everything according to what we asked. So here we see, okay, well, it changed the look and feel. I guess we'll continue to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload a lot of photos of myself here, and then we can test that out. So one thing I'm seeing here is that I mentioned multiple photos, but it's only giving us the option to add one image. So that's something we will need to change. Now, looking at Replit, that's not necessarily something we would have needed to reprompt. So that, again, takes more time. Definitely something to take into consideration. What I'll say here is the feature added only asks for one photo. The idea here is that you, on the back end, your infrastructure generates an image of the face of the person that uploaded multiple photos of themselves. The purpose of uploading the multiple photos is for your context, so that you can use it to create better face swap variations of that person's face if they choose that persona. So uploading the photos is really for you to be trained on, to know exactly how that persona should look when they choose the face swap. Let's see. I don't think I could have been more clearer. Okay, so it said here it changed the persona to a persona management system. We basically manage the personas. You've got multi-image persona generation. You can upload multiple photos of an individual. The system is designed for this. In fact, it will guide you to upload at least 15 images to give the AI the best possible chance to learn the persona's facial features from different angles and in various lighting conditions. Smarter face swapping has been redesigned in high AI instructions. So when you select a persona and apply the face swap, the app now sends targeted thumbnail along with the entire collection of images that persona, the AI, and the instructions are far more sophisticated. Okay, so let's test that out. Let's say manage persona, create a new persona, say Johnny's face. Mostly upload, and then we'll see what it creates. Okay, so I call this Johnny's face. So there's 17 images in there. Let's say man looking at the camera on the beach, close up. Let's just see what it will be able to create for us here. Okay, these are good. So let's use this one and see if we can face swap this. Okay, so it actually did do a very good job. So let's see what this looks like. Screenshot that. Let's say, don't show the teeth of the person smiling. I think this is a really, really good step. In roughly 45 minutes, we've built an app that can take perhaps any thumbnail. You can upload it here and you can face swap it and change it. And there you go. There is my face swapped, perfectly done. Let's also say ensure the beach is on fire at the back. Yeah, there you have it. This is really, really good. I'm very happy with it. So there you have it, guys. How to build a prototype, at least with Google Studio. So let's see if we were to bring the app in to GitHub, what we can do with it. All right, so now the app is on GitHub. We can also deploy the app from here. We can share the app. You can also download the code, perhaps import it. But there you have it, guys. I think for a very quick...
If this video sparked something, don't let it fade. Like the video, share it with people that you believe would find this interesting. And hey, if you feel called to it, hit the hype button. And also let me know what project you're currently busy with in the comments. And when it's time for your next step, the school community is ready for you, and I'll see you inside there.